Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to this episode of Comment of the Week. Let's get the video started. So guys, this episode of Comment of the Week looked through comments on the videos that have been put onto the channel over the last week and picked one or two to have a little bit of a chat about. The first one comes in from Paul Falwell Bluenose, regular commenter on the channel, and he's commented on Comment of the Week episode 33. Paul says, great video mate, my two questions are, number one, in how many years do you think Donny will get promoted to the Championship, and do you believe Donny are going in the right direction to achieve that aim? And number two, do you ever play the football game Football Manager, or is it just FIFA for you? So I'll start with question two. Nice and easy one. It's just FIFA for me. I used to play Football Manager when I had a bit more time. It's one of those games that you can lose yourself in. A lot of detail goes into it and it's very, very immersive. So for me, don't really have the time to do that anymore, so it's just a case of FIFA for me. Pop it on, a couple of games, nice and easy. It would be nice to see some of the elements of Football Manager brought across to the career mode in FIFA though. It would be quite nice to see some of that brought together. And number one, in how many years' time do you think Doncaster will get promoted to the Championship? And do you believe Donny are going in the right direction to achieve that aim? Yes, I do think we're going in that right direction. Darren Moore has done a fantastic job this year with what he was left with from the summer. I think he's recruited fairly well. There's been some players that are questionable, but overall I think he's done very, very well. If the season restarts, we've got an outside chance of playoffs. We're still in touching distance. If we went up this season, I think it'd be a season too soon. I think we're really struggling in the Championship next year. But I think with another summer with Darren Moore, as long as there's no upheaval, I think he'd build a very, very strong, disciplined squad. And there's no reason that we shouldn't be pushing for playoffs, if not higher, next season. So I think within 2 or 3 seasons we should be knocking on the door for the Championship. So thank you for that comment, Paul. Yeah, definitely going in the right direction, I think. Excuse me. The second comment in this video comes from the quarantine vlog, Quarantine Days 8 and 9, and it's from Tom Common. And Tom says, Dapper, I'd welcome your view about the total lack of information from Rovers on the potential for match ticket refunds. I can't be the only one sitting on tickets for games that haven't been played, including Accrington Stanley away and Wimbledon at home. In total, around £80 worth of tickets are on my mantelpiece. Yes, the games may yet be played, and yes, I hope I can go to them, but I think Rovers ought to be mindful that many families are struggling at the moment and may need to be getting their money back. There's absolutely nothing on the DRFC website about this. In fact, there's just no information about how fans can help. In fact, there's just information about how fans can help Rovers by buying DNA card or raffle tickets. When I went to the ticket office a couple of weeks ago, I was refused a refund. They said they were waiting to hear from the EFL. If that's the case, they could at least offer an explanation on the website. Is it just me, or are Rovers totally hitting the wrong tone here? Maybe I'm getting old and cynical, but not that they've furloughed the staff and players. I'm guessing we'll never get a sniff of a refund. Luckily, as a family, we're okay, but many fans will be struggling at the moment. Would appreciate your thoughts. Cheers. So let's start at the top of this because there's a lot to go through. Lack of information from Rovers on potential match ticket refunds. I think this goes across the EFL, with it being such an uncertain time. They're wanting to get their season restarted. They're hoping that fans can make all of the games that they've bought tickets for. Understandable that with the date rearrangements, potentially you won't be able to get to games. I think at that point, once a date has been rearranged, you should be able to go and get a refund if you can't make that game. If you can make it, the ticket that you've already bought should be valid for that game. A bit like music events and other events that you've got a ticket for. Generally, that ticket is valid for the rearranged date. I'm guessing a lot of people are in the same boat with tickets bought for Lincoln away, Rotherham away, big big games, and it is a lot of money. Each ticket is a lot of money. I understand at this time people are either not getting paid or they're on furlough, getting 80% of the wage. It is a difficult time, so it would be nice to get a bit more information from the Rovers. I agree. And came out in the news last week about the Premier League filtering down, I think it was £120 million to the EFL to help the clubs run. Potentially that could be used to help the fans. It would be nice, because without the fans, as we've seen, games behind closed doors, it's nothing. So it would be nice to get a bit more information from the Rovers, but maybe the powers at the Rovers' hands are tied until more comes out from the EFL. Who knows? We weren't given a great deal of information on the Bolton game. That was little bits here and there. I think maybe it's from the EFL's point where the communication isn't getting filtered down properly. That's just my thoughts. I might be wrong. The next bit, went to the ticket office a couple of weeks ago and refused a refund as waiting to hear from the EFL. I'm surprised at this. I think at any point you should be able to get a refund on your purchase. Very surprised that that was refused. It'd be nice to get something from the club as to why things have been refused or why they're not refunding tickets. Kind of in the same boat as you, Tom. It would be nice to get a bit more information. I'm a season ticket holder. I've got 3 games left. I think more information will come out once we know what's happening with the season. I think that's the bottom line of it. Until we know what's happening with the season, it's pointless the club giving out information that may be wrong in the next week or two. I think that has covered everything in that comment. Very long comment. Thank you for it. I hope my thoughts came across okay and you understood them. Bottom line, I think the club have got to wait until concrete information is given from the EFL before they can distribute it on their website. Put my teeth in. Like I say, I think as a club they won't want to be giving false information. Who knows? The run-ins of football clubs is well out of our remit. But thank you for the comments. If you've enjoyed this episode of Comment of the Week, stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comment in the section down below. If it's a decent one that we can talk about, you may feature in next week's. And finally, please subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, ticking on very, very nicely. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.